What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In my last video, I started working on this roll-around workbench. So like most of you out there, I work out of my home garage. And this is a multi-use space. You know, I work on my car, my truck in here, I have storage, I have an area set up as a home gym, I do woodworking projects, just all kinds of stuff goes on here in the garage. So I needed to have a workbench that, while functional, is easily moved out of the way when it's not in use. So that was the idea behind this thing. Obviously, you know, I did use 2 Craftsman toolboxes, and the idea there is that when this thing is against the wall, I'll still have access to these 2 workbenches. And that way I can still have my tools put away, yet it's still convenient to get access to them. So in the last video, I got the frame built, the whole lower frame, the lower frame is fully welded. The uprights and the top, I started kind of welding it in more, but it's still not done. I also got the table saw mount all figured out, so that's all nice and secure, or will be once I bolt it down. I got that all integrated. So today, what I'm going to be doing is working on the area for the miter saw. Let me get in here a little bit closer and I'll show you what's going on. So when it comes to the miter saw, the first thing I had to figure out was the storage. I don't want to have it up on top of the workbench all the time. I wanted to be able to store it down below, and that way I can have more workspace available for other things when the miter saw is not being used. But there were some things I had to take into consideration. That's why it's not centered here between the toolboxes there. It's not in the center of the bench. The area of the wall where I store this thing is I have the main water line coming into the house with a shutoff valve. So I had to make sure that when this thing is against the wall, that the miter saw wasn't going to be bumping into that pipe. So that's why it's offset to the side here a bit. And I actually clear that pipe by about 1/8 of an inch with this thing in place. So I got the frame welded in, and that is actually mostly fully welded now, but it makes it easy to slide the miter saw up and out. It's a heavy bastard. So I actually have the miter saw mounted to this plywood here, and that just gives me a little bit more mounting space for the track and to just keep everything lined up. And I'm probably going to mount my vacuum hose through that. So once I got that figured out, then it was time to figure out the top part. So here you can see I cut out the frame rail that I had in place. I added this down piece here, and this will get trimmed off later, probably right there. I just tacked on there because I wasn't sure how far this cross piece was going to have to sit. And then what I did was I took that plywood and I made a little jig here. And what this is this height is the same as this height here. And that way I could put the frame in place, put the plywood, put that jig in there, and I could set the depth of this frame so that when I tack welded this cross piece in here along with this frame, that the deck of my miter saw would be even with the deck of my table saw, which will be even with the entire work surface. This piece is just tacked in here, was to hold it in place while I rigged all this up. But now I can put the miter saw in place. Made that frame really snug because I don't want this thing to move at all when it's in use. I want to be able to just slide it in and use it and then take it down. But now with the miter saw in place, I have a machinist square here. You can see, let me see if I can get a good shot of that. I actually sit, what is that, 1/8 of an inch below the deck, which I'm fine with that because now I can shim this up to get the miter saw perfectly level with the table saw and perfectly level with the rest of the work surface. And here you can see on the bottom of this plywood that the miter saw mounts to, I just took some of these inserts, and that's what is actually bolted down, or the bolts go through the base of the miter saw into these threaded inserts, and that way it's nice and secure. All right, so what I want to do here is I'm going to put a digital level on here. It shows my currently sitting at positive 0.9 degrees. So, yep, positive 0.9 degrees, 0.85, 0.9. We move this over here. Positive 0.75, 0.7, so that's pretty close to that. See, this is at positive 0.05, so almost dead nuts level. Now I already know the back of this is sloped down. Yeah, and that's at 0.75, so I know this side needs to come up. Now I can already tell that by looking at the rear frame, because this one here is also at positive 0.75. This one, it's going to be down low on that side, positive 1.5. But once I bring this side up, that'll level this out to this, which will be level to the rest of the frame. So that's what I got to work on now, is coming up with a way to support the back side of this. And I think I know what I'm going to do. So my plan is to take another piece of angle and run it from this point here, right along the back of here, all the way across to the frame there. And what that's going to do is, I know it'll be the same as this one, and then I'll be able to adjust the back end here to get it in line and level with the top piece, and then I'll be able to weld across that, and that'll give me plenty of strength for the miter saw sitting here. And then there's going to be a filler plate that goes here when the miter saw is not here. The front pieces here are just tack welded, so I'll be able to make any adjustments here that I need to make. Bench starts to roll. Rolling. That's happening now. Well, there you go. I mean, I'm still gonna do some more measurements, make sure, you know, nothing else needs to be adjusted, but I got the tray tacked in place. The miter saw is well within a 0.2 degrees all around of the rest of the bench. The top, the table of the miter saw sits still just below the top of the table saw, which that's okay, because like I said, I'll shim this up to get that perfectly level. I'd rather it be a little low than have to cut all the welds free so I can drop it down. So there we go. I'm gonna pretty happy with that. Like I said, I'm gonna do some more measurements, make sure it's all good to go, and then I will weld it in. And there it is. Just a couple of little stitch welds or whatever you want to call them, just about 1 inch or 2 long along the back. The fronts are still tacked. Everything will get finish welded all at the same time whenever I go to do the entire bench. But there's the mount. And there it is with the saw in place. As you can see, it's sitting in there just right. It's nice and locked in place. Not going to move around when I'm using it. I wanted that thing to be as tight as I could around that plywood, so I'm really happy with that. That thing is not going anywhere when it's in use. All right, well, now that I got the Mitre saw tray mount area done along with the storage, I guess that means I can start moving on to, I don't really know. I guess that'll have to be something for the next video. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe, hit the bell. Again, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys might want to see incorporated into this whole moving workbench thing. Maybe you guys can come up with some ideas that maybe I haven't thought of yet. Either way, thanks a lot, and I'll catch you on the next one.